going on, guys? My name is Matt, and this is Steve. Say hi.
Hi.
And this is Final Boss, where we go back and beat final bosses and talk about them. It's really self-explanatory. Anyway, this is Skyrim, which right off the bat, I'm not that big of a fan of. Actually, a really not big fan at all. But and I don't want to rant on it really about the game, but I think there's a lot of anyone would have a problem with this final boss. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I as usual, I did not have a problem with the game itself. I enjoyed it for what it is. You know, I like hitting things with big sticks and seeing them die. So
I bet you do.
But the final boss is definitely lacking any kind of challenge in my eyes. I mean, between the final boss and like any typical dragon fight, that I really saw no difference, and was even kind of disappointed by the final boss comparatively.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even for like, and we did it both. This is Adept, and just to make sure we don't get too many haters, it's on Adept and Master with my Khajiit, right? I haven't played in a while. But no, it's another dragon, and what I think the game doesn't do a great job of is making dragons seem very special. You know, everyone kind of got worked up, like, oh, we're going to have dragons in this game, and they're not special at all. You know, you see so many of them, you face so many of them. They're not,
they become a regular occurrence.
Yeah. I mean, there's bosses or like enemy, like the dragons in Dragon Age. I don't want to be comparing a lot of games to this, but, you know, the dragons in Dragon Age, you see them, and it's like, oh, crap, this is going to be a very tough battle. And this, it's like, oh, just get the side of them and attack them a lot. And you see so many that it becomes such a norm.
And I think a lot of the problem is that you have these three other people fighting with you.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of have these recruits. And during regular gameplay, I mean, you can recruit people to help you out.
Yeah. Which I never did, but...
Yeah. Whoever the first chick is usually ends up dying at some point. If you keep her following. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, she just stayed in my house the entire time. She's a creeper.
I did the same thing.
Which I never even went to my house either.
I didn't want her to die.
I just slept on the streets. Because I'm thug life like that.
But even still, like, they're not terribly useful most of the time. They're pretty stupid AI. Mm-hmm. And even the dragons are, really. I mean... Yeah,
the AI in general in the game is...
Not entirely stupid, but simplistic, I guess.
Yeah.
And this fight, like I was saying, it's you have these three other people. The dragon will rarely target you specifically.
No, that's the thing. You can just like chill on the side of them for most of it. You're never really in danger of being in front of them unless you really put yourself out there.
Right,
you know?
and especially if I think you just use Dragon Run there.
Yeah, which I guess is it's good that they make you use a shout during the fight, but
do they force you to, or
to bring him down? Yeah.
Oh, he won't land otherwise. Or...
I don't think so.
I think he would.
Yeah.
I think he follows.
Okay, then that's even worse. But if that's true,
it'll definitely make the fight easier though by grounding him.
Yeah.
But I don't see a reason why he wouldn't land on his own either.
Yeah.
And this is only
this is
the third time he's landed, something like that.
Yeah, like it's very. I mean, obviously, killing him is quick. But the combat in Skyrim is not it's very complex. There's nothing much to it. Which for me, it used to not be a problem with the games because I was more into the exploration elements. But, I mean, I wasn't very immersed into this game, so I kind of had to or maybe the combat will be fun, and I didn't enjoy the combat at all, and you just literally stand there. You see what I'm doing. You literally stand there and just click the trigger real quick. It's nothing too much, nothing special,
The combat is simple, but as far as pressing a button goes to hit something, but I think it's definitely a step up from Oblivion's combat, and as far as there's a lot more options on what you can do. Mm-hmm. I mean... For Oblivion, you had the one-handed weapons, you had a shield.
Yeah.
Like, that was for, you could use magic in one hand. But it was very limited. And I think that may have been, like, one of the first things I asked when Tim showed me the game originally, Oblivion.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, cool, I can get a sword and, like, a shield. Can I hold two swords? And he's like, no, you can't do that. That was my first instance. So when this came out, I was like... Yes, I can finally hold two things in my hand.
Yeah.
And just go ham.
Yeah.
And plus, this was when I was on like a Spartacus spree, so of course some of
there
them
you
have
go.
like the two swords jumping around. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, as far as the combat goes, it was just most of them were just most of them had you just stand there and attack. But you for a final boss or the dragon, I was like, man, could there be a more complex way to attack? But, you know, for Elder Scrolls, there's not much complexity. It's just kind of hack and slasher, kind of.
It is.
Which,
it's just another dragon fight.
Yeah. And the another big problem I had was, you know, this is Alduin the World Eater, right? And it's, you know, he's supposed to be this ancient evil. With this fight, he wasn't built up, and you don't have that emotional connection you would to a Lavos from Chrono Trigger or Sin from Final Fantasy X, where you see his handiwork, you're constantly battling him, you kind of have a connection to him. This one, there's nothing. You hear that, oh, he's dangerous, but, you know.
You never really see evidence.
You never really see it, and then...
And like you
I think
mentioned...
there's a fight before this that you fight him, and it's, you know, super easy, too. So.
Yeah, I think so.
There's nothing very much to be afraid of them. There's not a, you know, it's very
a typical dragon
stagnant.
fight.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk around in the wilderness by yourself, being mauled by tigers and mammoths, mammoths falling out of the sky on top of your head, and you inevitably will encounter a dragon if you're not fast traveling anywhere, like I do. I don't fast travel. So I was running into dragons everywhere.
I'm like the typical gamer where it's like the easiest thing afforded to you, I'll do it. So
see,
I just fast travel everywhere, and like it's just, the game is so shallow because of that for me.
Oblivion, you would be running everywhere, right?
No, Morrowind. There's
Morrowind.
No fast travel on the map. You can go from town to town with things called silt riders, I think they're called. Hopefully I don't get that wrong, but yeah, it's the world is a lot more dynamic and dangerous because you have to walk everywhere and you get more familiar with places.
Yeah,
and also it's a lot harder. Like, I feel like you can go anywhere in Skyrim and, you know, you'll be fine. There's a few enemies that'll be tougher, but for the most part, you're pretty solid, especially if you break the smithing class, which is so easy.
Yeah,
for Morrowind,
first time through.
I was so into the smithing, and I was like, oh wait, you can just make iron daggers, and it's the same as building a glass sword. Makes no sense. It's like playing Ramones songs with the guitar for a year, and then it's like, oh, I can instantly play a Slayer song. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Yeah. That's how I felt about it. But
and I know there were other hacks out there too, like the bow.
See, that's the thing. It's not even a glitch. It's just an exploit. So I didn't feel bad doing it. Like, I was like, oh, damn it, I'm gonna do it. Like,
and you can see, I mean, this
is on master.
This is on master, and you're still. Yeah. And I think a lot of it is because they give you these 3 other people to fight with you, or however many people it is with you. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I don't even know. It doesn't make... I actually got kind of messed up there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If you get in front of his mouth, he's going to hit you, but it's very easy to avoid. It's just stay at the side of him, attack him.
And not even that. You have potions, and like usual, you don't go in there prepared. So,
oh, yeah. I was definitely not prepared at all going in here.
30 vigorous potions and like all this stuff.
Playing the end of the... I was like, I guess the last half of the main quest. Like, the first half, I was like, oh, I think I like this game. And then the last half, I was like, let me just freaking beat this game. I'm tired of it. And I was so...
The favorite part of the game, like I said, was the Daedra quest. I mean, most of them are pretty unique. They put you into these different scenarios, and I know you have a problem with.
There's no. I just feel like there's no choice for any of the quests, and that kind of takes out the role playing element, which I thought they had. I thought.
Why?
I thought New Vegas did that. I'm sure people will disagree, but I thought that at least try to have some choice involved. See, they own me. That's the thing. Like, I'm talking all this crap about the difficulty. It instantly kills right here, and something's happening with my tail. I don't know.
The guys with the masks, I can't remember what they're called.
Like the priests, I think they're called. I kill. They're sometimes tough, but I still.
They were incredibly tough, especially if you run across one at a low level.
Yeah.
Or for me, like once I got to a point where the low level, if it was on like adept or apprentice, like I wouldn't be able to take them.
Yeah,
I started running around on Master, and it was still really hard.
Like
I would have been more impressed with a boss battle, like a final boss against one of them, or 2 of them.
Yeah, it was just very straightforward. So, yeah, I think it's about to. It cut off right there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching another installment of Final Boss. If you enjoyed this, that's cool. Do what you will with the likes and comments. It's cool. If you don't, maybe I don't know. Anyway, if you have suggestions for more bosses, let us know. That'd be sweet. And enjoy your day.
I'm gonna go get some cookies.
I'm never gonna play Skyrim ever again.